Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here today because we're going right into the 6th episode of the 5th season of Game of Thrones. And after the last episode, there are so many things that are just spinning around in my head. So many worries that I have. And you guys know one of those worries in particular is the little alliance that Jon Snow has made. Grayscale is coming back into play. And then anything to do with the Bolton boy, Ramsay, just worries me and scares me to death. So I'm ready to dive right into this episode, which is titled Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken. If you guys want to help me out before we get started by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notification bell. And if you want the full length watch along, the link for Patreon is down in the description. And one little side note, I told you guys I was going to cover that hole with the sticker, and I think it works. All right, let's go. I'm also fascinated by Dorne. I hope we go there more and learn, like, just see more of it. Right, Arya and these dead bodies, why does she have to clean them? I feel like Arya has had it the most. I could be wrong, but she's a child and what she's had to survive. Literally survive her whole life. She was grown up without her parents around her.
What are they doing with the bodies?
Get back to work.
No! I've been here for weeks. I'm not...
I want to know what they're doing with the bodies.
When do I get to play the game?
Game?
The game of faces?
You tried already.
I didn't even know I was playing.
Who are you?
No one.
Get back to work.
What are you doing here?
What are they looking for?
My mother died. My father remarried and his new wife gave birth to a girl. My stepmother didn't want any rivals for her precious, so she tried to kill me with poison. I found out, sought help from the faceless men, and my father was widowed again. Been serving them ever since.
They killed the stepmother.
Was that true? Or a lie?
I believed it.
Did you believe every word I said? Get back to work.
I'm so confused by Arya's entire storyline right now, y'all. Were you guys confused? Were you able to make sense of any of this?
Who are you?
Arya.
And where did you come from?
Westeros. My family home is Winterfell. I'm the youngest daughter of a great lord, Eddard Stark. He died in battle. After he was executed, I fled the capital. Had to kill a stable boy. I stabbed him in the gut.
Just through his stomach.
They were murdered by Warder Frey. An outlaw kidnapped me. A man called Polliver. A man called the Hound. Sandor Clegane.
How does he know?
He tried to sell me but was wounded in a fight. I wanted him to suffer. I hated him. That's not a lie!
She didn't hate him.
A girl lies. To me?
She didn't hate him.
Does she truly want to be no one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Stupid game anymore!
We never stop playing.
It just beat the mess out of her. Oh, the grayscale. Arya's storyline is as confusing as like that Abbott and Costello bit. Who's on first? I don't understand. Every time they ask her who she is, I don't understand what the answer they want.
I can.
I'm not hungry.
Of course I'm hungry.
You're an awful traveling companion. Do you know that?
I'm not your traveling companion.
We are traveling in each other's company. Therefore,
You ever shut up?
King's Landing to Pentos in a crate without ever saying a word.
Never occurred to you to ask why until now?
Yeah, you've been together a while. You just asked him.
I'm sure you visited many brothels in many cities.
I killed my father. He wanted to execute me for a crime I didn't commit. He was the woman I loved.
Yeah, that part. Man, I keep forgetting he did that too.
Miserable as you are, Mormont, at least your father was a good man.
So I'm trying to get comfortable.
When I asked him about his men, he knew all the stories, every one of them. Cared about the people under his command. How do they put it in the Watch? We shall never see his like again. You didn't know. I'm sorry. I am.
His father.
How?
I only know what I heard. He was leading an expedition beyond the wall. There was a mutiny. He was murdered by his own men.
We better keep moving.
Just like that.
Vala Margulis.
Vala Dairis.
I have nowhere else to go. I've taken her to every healer in Braavos. I've spent every penny I had. She suffers every day of her life. I just want it to end.
What are they doing with these sick people in these bodies? But what is he asking?
It hurts. I know. Don't be afraid. I used to be like you. I was sick. I was dying. But my father never gave up on me. He loved me more than anything in the world. Just like your father who brought me here. My father prayed to the many-faced God.
This isn't...
And I drank the water from his fountain. It healed me.
That's not... She had me believing it was true, but that we never saw that. Like Arya's storyline, I'm watching a completely separate show right now, but I love it. Like this in itself could be its own little show because it's so intriguing and mysterious. It's so many layers, you know?
Is the girl ready?
There's so many.
Her ears, her nose, her tongue.
So many.
Why Daenerys? Why is she worth all this? As I recall, the Mormonts fought against the Targaryens.
I have no commentary on that because I find it fascinating, but I'm confused as to what exactly any of that meant. It's a faceless god, but there were so many faces. So many faces. So she's not ready to become no one, but she's ready to become someone else.
Then I saw a girl step into a great fire with 3 stone eggs. When the fire burned out, I thought I'd find her blackened bones. Daenerys, alive and unhurt, holding her baby dragons. Have you ever heard baby dragons singing?
No.
It's hard to be a cynic after that.
Oh, he's right. Tyrion is the ultimate cynic.
Targaryens are famously insane. What if she conquers the world? Then what?
First, we have to conquer the world.
All right, let's assume your dreams come true. Ecstatic when you bring her this enemy dwarf.
I said we, but he's got grayscale.
So a woman who has not spent a single day of her adult life in Westeros becomes the ruler of Westeros? That's justice?
The rightful heir.
Why? Father who burned living men for amusement was the king?
It's a slave ship.
Why are they...
Who's there?
They probably came ashore.
Water.
Somebody else is gonna take him captive.
Got a lot of fight in you, huh?
We've never seen these people before.
He looks strong enough.
What about the dwarf?
Worthless. Cut his throat.
Wait! Let's discuss this.
We'll sell it for a fortune. The dwarf's cock has magic powers.
Wait, you can't just hand a dried cock to a merchant and expect...
Oh my gosh! Because they would.
And how could he know?
It will be a dwarf-sized cock.
Guess again.
Put some respect on me. That's thing? Probably find one of those in Dorne.
We're bound for Volantis, not Slaver's Bay. Besides,
Ramsay will take it.
I've never heard of free.
He has a thing for this.
Fighting fit in Marine. You're about to be rich. At one of the great warriors in the Seven Kingdoms.
Taking them where they need to go.
Got to be 60 years old.
Too long in the tooth, bit withered, been in the sun too long. We can all...
Long too.
But he is a veteran of 100 battles. They wrote songs about him.
He's an amazing fighter.
That true?
He won the tournament at Lannisport. The Kingslayer.
Jousting. A fancy game for fancy lads. The men who fight in the pits of Marine will swallow him whole.
This isn't that type of fighting. The way Tyrion lights up and looks at him and waits for his response.
Lord Baelish.
Yes.
Snatch him up.
Lancel Lannister.
Brother Lancel. We abandon our family names.
It's quite a family to...
I never expected him to come back into play either. This Lannister boy.
Smash the false idols and set the godless on the run.
Well done. I'm here on urgent business for the Queen, Mother. Should I send word that I'll be delayed?
Step carefully, Lord Baelish. Tolerance for flesh peddlers in the new King's Landing.
I thought they were gonna get him.
Mine just happened to be entertaining.
That's... You know, Littlefinger knows how to give a dig eloquently.
The King's orders. Is the King to blame for Sir Loras's perversion? House Tyrell won't tolerate it. I'm the insulted party, Lord Baelish. Sir Loras was
One's choice of companion is a curious thing.
I was curious.
Come on now. Sis.
Lies Aaron, for instance.
She's one to talk.
Forgive me. I know you're still in mourning.
Lysa was a good woman, a kind woman.
She was neither of those things. We both know it. Still, I pity her son.
She was neither of those. We all know that. She was bad. I mean, she's crazy.
If there's nothing else.
Something so urgent I couldn't trust the words to a raven. You once charged me with finding Arya Stark, but I have found Sansa Stark, alive and well, living at Winterfell.
That's not possible.
My sources are well placed.
Why are you telling her? We thought you liked Sansa.
Ramsay, a bastard recently legitimized by King Tom.
They tell me. He set it up.
The Knights of the Vale are some of the best fighters in Westeros.
Forgive me, Lord Baelish. You have a reputation as a moneylender and a brothel keeper.
You wouldn't risk a single Lannister soldier or a single coin from the royal treasury. What do you have to lose? A brothel keeper?
And if you succeed?
Name me Warden of the North.
That's his play on all this.
Have him issue a royal decree. And I'll know you're a man of your word. And I see Sansa Stark's head on us.
I live to serve.
For himself. He's not doing anything for anyone else. He's tricking every single person he speaks to. But he's so smart to like plot and plan. And like he's actually really smart.
I want you to be my wife. Now.
And very manipulative.
Do you want to marry me because our families arranged it? Or do you... Not yet.
Why not?
You know why not. Someone will see.
You are going to be my wife. I'm going to be your husband. We're allowed to walk through the gardens together.
How many other girls have you walked through these gardens?
They are actually such a beautiful little couple.
They make a lovely couple. A Lannister and a Martell. They have no idea how dangerous that is.
Yes, my prince.
You haven't had to use that axe of yours in a long time. I hope you remember how.
I remember how.
So he's saying something's coming.
Once we've got the princess, then what?
I like to improvise.
That explains the golden hand.
That joke slowly crept up on me.
Unbowed.
Well, they made it in. Easily. My dad. And it's just gonna be at this same time and that they're moving. I always love when we find out where the title comes from though. They just said it unbowed, unbent, unbroken. Now these are her kids with Prince Oberyn. Her daughters with Prince Oberyn, correct? Oh, who's gonna get there first?
Well, she's made herself at home.
They got there first.
Tell her.
Uncle Jaime? I don't understand. What are you doing here?
Let's speak in private.
Trystane, it's my intended.
We weren't expecting you, Lord Jaime. Why don't you let them have some time alone, son?
I noticed Jaime shook with the other hand.
Let's not do something stupid.
And he noticed something was up by what they're wearing in the blood.
He'll be fine, I promise, but we have to.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, wow. With the whips. That's sick. Wow. And they fight with short knives. One of them does. Each one of them are lethal with a different weapon. The whip is sick, but it would not be my choice.
Drop your weapons!
Neither one of them are gonna get her.
Daughter of Oberyn Martell, I fight for Dorne.
Drop your weapons!
They're not gonna make them drop theirs?
When you were home.
Obviously.
You fight pretty good for a little girl.
The way he dropped the sword was so arrogant, and he had to say that to her. Of course he did.
Oh, you can smell the shit from 5 miles away.
Oh, we haven't seen her in a minute.
Go on.
She's a hoot. She's a hoot and a half. I love her.
Everyone knew about him and Renly.
Everyone knew. No one cared.
He was the king's brother.
This is unacceptable.
Cersei's behind it.
Yes, of course she is. Get some rest, dear. You look appalling. And let me deal with Cersei Lannister.
She looks appalling. Margaery is so stinking stunning. I wish I was Margaery's appalling.
You must be exhausted.
Put the pen down, dear.
That's a power move right there, to not give her attention.
And the famous tart, Queen Cersei.
Beg your pardon?
I know you're behind this
Don't mess with her, Cersei.
If you apologise for that comment, perhaps...
You will get your apology.
I was as shocked as anyone when the Faith arrested Sir Loras. But what can a Queen Mother do?
Has the Crown suddenly stopped needing the troops?
Our alliance with House Tyrell remains...
Do you expect our future into prison?
As I said, as for your veiled threats.
What veil?
I hate that she's acting like she has nothing to do with it.
Do you really want to see the Seven Kingdoms slide back into warfare?
I didn't trust your father, but I respected him. He understood that sometimes we must work with our rivals.
House Lannister has no rival.
I don't know if I want to talk positively about Tywin yet.
Just a small hearing to determine whether the charges against Loras will be freed. Our happy alliance will continue, and we'll forget this unfortunate conversation ever happened. Good day, Lady Olenna.
I just would not mess with Lady Olenna. I wanted her to just go off on Cersei. Cersei deserves it, and Lady Olenna gives it.
You were said to be despondent when he died. Witnesses state that you refused to leave his bedside.
He was my friend.
Wasn't Joffrey your king? He was anointed by the Seven, not Renly.
I know that, but I was forgiven by Joffrey. I fought for him at the Battle of Blackwater.
Wearing Renly's armor.
He did. He definitely redeemed himself.
The Faith calls Queen Margaery forward.
You call me forward?
Yes, we have some questions for you.
Why?
I am the Queen.
And according to the law of the Seven, from testimony at a holy inquest.
This is Cersei. Always something else at play.
How do you respond to these charges against your brother?
They are lies.
Queen Margaery, in the presence of the gods, do you swear that your brother is innocent to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I swear it.
Thank you, Your Grace.
She sat down and had a conversation with them while they were in bed. This just was all to get Margaery to lie. Under oath?
Very well. He is Sir Loras Tyrell at her Highgarden.
How did you come to meet?
They did arrest him.
He took a liking to me. He summoned me to his chamber the first day we met.
And what occurred in his chamber?
Engaged in intimate relation that night and many others.
He's a liar.
Is there anyone else who can support your claim?
What's happening here?
Yes, Queen Margaery. She walked in on us not long ago. She didn't seem surprised.
We saw.
This testimony is an insult to a great house. Why should the Faith or anyone else take the word of a squire?
This is what it was all about. It was all about Margaery.
Wine-coloured and roughly the shape of dawn.
She is the most manipulative.
Let us pass.
The Faith is
evil women ever.
For Sir Loras and Queen Margaery.
What?
Yeah. Dang.
Take her.
Tommen!
That's what was all about. So calculated.
Queen! Tommen! I know Queen, how dare you!
Tommen, you little sheep. He ain't gonna speak up.
Tommen!
Oh, Lady Olenna looked at her. She ain't gonna forget that. Oh, Lady Olenna, don't forget that.
What do you want?
Lord Ramsay sent me to draw your bath. You want to be clean and fresh for your new husband.
No, do not let her in your room. Because I think this girl's crazy just like Ramsay.
You're so beautiful.
She wants the attention of a psycho, so she's crazy.
Ramsay grew tired of that. And there was Violet. Gorgeous blonde hair. She got pregnant. And well, that was boring. Tansy. Such a sweet girl.
What is he doing? What happens to them?
After a while, don't they? Ramsay let me come with him on that hunt.
Hunt?
We saw the hunt. That's what he does to them.
Not so pretty. But
she was there. I did not know that's what it was.
What was your name again?
Miranda.
And how long have you loved him, Miranda?
She sees right through you, Miranda.
Did you imagine that he would be with you forever? Is that it? And I came along and ruined it. I'm Sansa Stark of Winterfell. This is my home, and you can't frighten me.
Okay, Sansa. I'm ready for her to start owning her space. Stop shrinking and hiding. I just don't know her way out of this one.
Yes?
I've come to escort you to the gods with me, lady.
She's sending him to mess with her. I love what Sansa's wearing right now. She looks so beautiful.
Lord Ramsay, he said I'm to take your arm.
I'm not touching you.
Please, he'll punish me.
You think I care what he does to you?
Sansa is so different from when we first met her. Trauma does that. This is her wedding. It looks miserable and dark and dreary. And Theon is walking her down the aisle. Oh, this girl's story is sucked.
Who comes before the old gods this night?
Sansa of the House Stark comes here to be wed. A woman grown, true-born and noble. She comes to beg the blessings of the gods. Who comes to claim her?
Guys, we can't have her marry this.
Heir to the Dreadfort and Winterfell. Who gives her?
Theon of House Greyjoy. Who was her father's ward?
Lady Sansa.
He got to say that instead of calling himself Reek. Ugh. She's had no say in anything, you guys. Never. Besides when she could have told the truth about Joffrey in the first season, and she didn't.
Are you pleased, my lady? I want you to be happy. My father said you're still a virgin.
Yes.
Why?
And Theon's there.
Why are you still a virgin? Afraid of dwarves?
Lord Tyrion was kind. He never touched me.
You're not lying.
I forgot this is her second marriage. I forgot this is her second marriage.
We're man and wife now. We should be honest with each other, don't you think?
Yes.
He's already getting twisted. Like, I feel you can see it in his eyes.
Good. Take off your clothes. Oh, no, no, no. You stay here.
No.
You watch.
Come on. Yeah, you knew he was gonna do something twisted. You knew this was gonna be bad.
I hate asking a second time.
He put on that face. Y'all know those people that can put on that face. He put it on up until he got her alone. I hate this for her.
Reek, I told you to watch. You've known Sansa since she was a girl.
Because he grew up with her.
Now watch her become a woman.
Done with him. Yeah, done with him. This is the worst. I just hate this for her. I hate this for her. Really, guys? Man. Oh. Terrible. And that is breaking Theon too, and that's, I just talked about how much I hated her storyline. Now, like, really hate that, man. When do we kill Ramsay? When do we kill Joffrey for a long time? When in the heck do we kill Ramsay, and who does it, and do we even care as long as he is wiped off of this planet and wiped off of this earth? What's gonna happen with Tyrion, and what's gonna happen with the grayscale? And Arya, still so confused. I'm so ready to jump into the next episode. I hope you guys are with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell if you want the full length watch along. The link for Patreon is down in the description. For now, let's go out in this beautiful world, spread some light, spread some love, and if we can, make somebody smile. Bye, you guys.